All right, welcome to season 3. What week is this? I should know these things when we start. Round number 12 for the League of Misfits at Qatar tonight. We are 12, round 12, 16 round season. We're going to, what is this track here? So almost 3.5 mile long track at Qatar. Should be an interesting evening. So we're going to look at the point standings real quick. So Cooper still holding on to the point lead. Let's see if I can find the way to pull up the screen. There we go. Cooper out in front with 179 points, sitting there in second. Your league host, Logical. Logical is out for the night. Seems to have some kind of power outage in his area. I guess that's what he gets for living in the sticks. Rated, sitting back there in third right now. Rated's been there for 5 races, won all 5. So he's here again tonight. So see if he can pick up win number 6, sitting in fourth. Rusted picked up his first win of the season. Actually, I think it was his first career F1 win about 2 weeks ago. Murph back there in fifth. Murph, season 1 champion for League of Misfits, sitting back in sixth. BFD, we call him Big Fat Door, but we call him BFD because it's too much to say all at one time. Affinity back there in seventh. Affinity picked up the win last week, his second win of the season. Colder back in eighth. Nathan, or as we'll call him here tonight if he shows up, Anabolic. I don't see him in the lobby. Shelling sitting back in 10th and Hype in 11th. I think that's going to be kind of a small field, and I think we're going to be sitting with maybe 8 drivers. I'm sitting there looking at practice right now. I see BFD, Rusted, Cold Dirt, Murph, Logical is going to be out. Hype, Rated, and Affinity. So I think we're going to have 7 for tonight. A little bit of a small field, but we had a small field last week and still hell of a good race. Weather does not look to be an issue tonight. Here at Qatar, I guess it's probably hardly ever an issue. Does it even rain in that area? I have no idea. All right, there's some talk about. We would usually be starting qualifying by now. We're about 4 minutes late from qualifying, but they're having some technical issues getting some guys in the lobby, doing some crossplay stuff here. So guys on Xbox, guys on PC, just trying to get everybody in the lobby here. And once we get that, we'll get qualifying going. Oop. Oop. All right, get back over to our practice. There we go. Get back to the studio. There we go. Sorry about that. So, back to the point standings. All right. So Cooper again leading the points. Last week's race at Singapore was pretty interesting. Here was last week's results. Affinity with the win. Cooper second. Cooper looked to dominate the race, but then pitted early for hards, and then it started raining, so he kind of got ended up way out in the back. So he's sitting up there in second. He ran second last week. Murph for the podium last week in third. BFD, Hype, Rusted, Logical, Cold Dirt, and Rambo. That was our top 9 last week of all 9 that showed up. That was at Singapore. Good race last week. It was fun. It was a fun one to cover. It's on the YouTube page here somewhere. Go back and take a look. It was definitely a good race. Affinity and Cooper going at it. Not quite as good as the week before when Rusted picked up his first win, but we're going to go back over to the studio here. All right, so we're going to get qualifying going. Just finishing up practice. It looks like we've got everybody in the lobby that's going to be here. I think Rated is going to have to be the favorite here tonight. We'll see how his laps go in qualifying. We didn't get a chance to really watch a lot of practice, so we didn't see who was fast and who wasn't. But what we'll try to do tonight is bring you a couple different views from in-car. I still don't see Rated in the lobby here. We've got 7 in here now, 1 being Logical, so we got 6 drivers in the field right now in the lobby for qualifying. Oh, I can hear him. They must be watching the feed because I can hear him in the other ear. Rated's Rated's been here 5 races, won all 5. So I guess there's some debate going on whether he should be the favorite or not. But we'll see how qualifying goes here. BFD, Usually qualifies pretty well. He'll be up towards the front. Russ has really been picking it up here late in the season. All right, let's see if we can get everybody in the lobby here. Have BFD on an out lap. We'll jump over to the main feed here. We'll see if we can. Hopefully, we can get everybody's couple in-car views on here for you. All right, I don't see. Hopefully, we have more than just the main feed for you now, but it looks like maybe we've only got one driver with his in-car going, so we'll just pull that one up for you, I guess. All right, so main feed going there. We got right now we've got Rusted on an out lap, Cool Dirt on an out lap, BFD on an out lap. So we'll see who can put a time down here. Oops. I like some of the controls there. I wish I had just a few more options. We've been doing some stuff on iRacing and different overlay software that's pretty cool. It gives us a lot of different options we can have up on the screen, but at least with F1 here we got some more options than we had with Woo, that's for sure. All right, so we're gonna have, looks like we're gonna have Rusted. Let's see, it looks like maybe Rusted with the first on a flyer. Maybe BFD, we'll ride around here with BFD for a little bit. He's maybe the first car on a flying lap. I see he goes purple in sector 1. Double sure to Russ and see where he's going to be at here. If he completes sector 1, let's see if he can best BFDs. Does not look like it, so it looks like right now BFD is on a good flying lap. As he is heading down through these little sections through turns 10 and 11. 16 turns on this track. A really long front straightaway down by the pit straight. Almost 3/4 of a mile long. I see some good speeds down that pit straight. I'm sure the DRS is really going to come into play. And it looks like we're not going to have any weather issues tonight, so we won't see DRS getting shut off on us, as we've seen in the past. All right, so BFD coming off that final corner, going to put down a time. He should be a 1:22.06. Let's see where Rusted comes in at. Rusted coming around off the final corner. He looks to be the second car putting a lap down. He's going to go to the top with a 1:22.683. Holder completing his lap with a 23.7, almost a second off the pace. Nova out in front, BFD second right now. And let's see who else we have on a lap. I think we've got just about everybody out on a lap right now. Logical showing on the standings here, but he is not with us tonight. All right, looks like we got Rated just starting his flying lap. Looks like the next car across is gonna be the Ferrari of Hype. I think we're gonna see Hype, Affinity, and then looks like maybe Murph. So let's see if anybody can knock Rusted off a P1 spot. So right now your provisional pole starter is going to be Rusted. The winner 2 weeks ago at Coda. Right now sitting up there in P1, BFD in P2, Cold Dirt in 3. As we're going to follow Hype around. Hype struggled quite a bit the last week, but hung in there, finished the race. I think he ended up going home with like a top 5 or top 6. He's going to cross the line, and he is going to stay down in 4th at a 1:27.8, a little off the pace. Hype's got some work to do to catch up to the field. Here comes Affinity across the line. Affinity with a 1:23.8, so the top 4 right now, just a little over 1.2 seconds away from each other. It looks like Murph's going to be the next one down across the line. He comes off that final corner, that 16th corner. He's going to come down to the line. A 1:24.1, a little off the pace there for Murph, about 1.5 seconds, almost a second and a half off. And here comes Rated to the line. Let's see what he's going to get here. Rated to the top at a 22.62. About 600ths of a second ahead of Rusted. So top three all real close, all within about less than 0.2 of a second. Rated, Rusted, and BFD, your top three right now. All right, so it doesn't look like, I think everybody's going to come in the pits, put on a fresh set of tires. Rusted in the pits right now. It looks like it's BFD out on another flyer. Looks like BFD might be out on another push lap here. Excuse me for that. And it looked like he went purple in sector 2. He comes down into that final 16th corner. Let's see what he can do as he comes off this corner, comes to the line. See if he can put himself back up into the front row here. He's sitting in third right now. And he is going to cross the line. And he did improve his time. He is 1 millisecond off of Nova, a 1,000th of a second off of Nova for that second spot. A 683 for Nova and a 684 for BFD. All right, let's see who else we have out here pushing around. It looks like Murph might be coming. Did Murph do another push lap there? If he did, he did not. He might have improved his time, but he did not improve his position. All right, so it looks like we got rated out here on another lap. Let's follow along here with him. He's got this little short video between 3 and 4. He's the same 3 and 4 on the dirt track. We're right along here with rated 47 car sound. Play a little bit. You know the sound. When you tell the car sound is too loud out there, if I'm too loud or too quiet or shut up one or the other. Rated going to cross the line there. He just might be starting it. Sometimes it's hard for me to figure out if they're on a push lap or they're just on a out lap or what the hell they're doing. As we were looking at some stuff, Murph did improve his time. He's up to a 23.8, so he's going to jump up in a fifth spot. He jumps over Affinity there. He moves within just a little over a second off the pole pace. We have Rusted here starting his next flying lap. He's going to get going here, see if he can take that P1 spot back away from Rated. Rusted's really been looking good here lately. Looks like Rated maybe also on a push lap here. Cold Dirt. Cold Dirt as well, so. Yeah, it looks like Colder is on either a cooldown or an out lap here, so he's backing off. All right, let's see what Rated can do here. So it looks like Rated on a push lap here. He's got about 0.06 of a second. The distance on second right now. Let's see if he can improve his time. It's 1:22.62. He comes off that final corner coming up to the line, and he pulls off into the pits. That was pretty anticlimactic. Watching the pit laps here, it looks like all right, so we got, looks like maybe Rusted to the top. 1:22.54, 0.08 of a second, just about overrated. Rusted went purple in sector 2 and 3. And he is going to take the P1 spot right now away from Rated. We got 7 minutes left here in qualifying. Rusted, Rated, BFD, Colder, Murph, your top 5 right now. Separated by, actually go back all the way about 6. Whole field separated about 1.3 seconds. Let's see if, Affinity going to improve his position there. He is going to move up to 4th with a 1:23.2. That moves Colder and Murph down a spot. All right, so I think we got... All right, looks like BFD might be pushing here. And Affinity just laid down his lap, so he's on a cooldown now. Looks like BFD is also on a cooldown, so we got 6 minutes left. I think we'll see everybody come in, get a fresh set of tires, try to come back out for one more run, maybe 2. All right, nothing too exciting going on here right now. So here we are once again, Season 3, round number 12 for the League of Misfits. Kind of a small showing tonight. We've had a couple of drivers with some mechanical issues, logical, sitting second in points. Still yet to pick up his... I don't think he's gone a season without picking up a win. He's the all-time winner for the League of Misfits across all the different leagues they ran. But he has yet to pick up a win this week, and he's not going to do it again tonight. It's his power is out somewhere, and I think he's in New York somewhere. So all right, all drivers in the pits. We got Rated and Colder on out laps right now, and I think Rated's going to start his lap first here, so we'll kind of stay here with him. Going the car as he comes off this final corner, pushes down that long pit straight. On the brakes hard, all the way down to the 4th gear in that first corner. You see him using as much of the curves as possible. Trying to sweep to the outside, keep up his momentum, not turn the wheel too hard coming off the corner, just kind of open that wheel up off and not scrub up any speed. Oh, a little wiggle right there, that's going to cost him. He catches that curve. That is going to hurt his time right here. Let's see if he can keep it up. Finished sector 1, I did not see any purple. And it looks like he may be avoiding this lap. Yeah, that was a big enough wiggle. He's going to abort the lap, so a Rated backing down, going to come in and get another set of tires on, it looks like. And as I say that, we missed BFD. BFD now to P1, 1/100th of a second off of Nova. BFD now to the front. Nova pushed down to second. Rated off of the front row right now. He's going to have to come in, get another set of tires, get back out there, get another lap, or is he just going to cool those tires down and push when he comes around? We'll have to see. All right, so let's see what Rated does here as he makes his way down this little back straight in turns 15 and 16, coming around the line. Let's see if he starts another push lap. Boulder, it looks like he's coming to the line. He's going to improve his time to a 1:22.9. He moves up to 4th above Affinity there, pushes Affinity down to that 5th spot. All right, it looks like Rated just kind of cooled those tires down, and he's pushing again now. We'll stay here with him. 3 minutes left to go in qualifying. Let's see if he can get through these corners. I think it was corner 6 where he caught that berm. Caught that curve there and kind of upset the car. Let's see if he can get through here. Looking much better here around the first part of the track. He goes purple in sector 1. Meantime, we got Murph and Hype out there on out lap. So it looks like Hype just started a flying lap. We're gonna stick here with the Rated, see if he can take that provisional pull away from BFD. Going down through sector 2, through turns 10 and 11, up to turn number 12. Going to finish sector 2 right now. Let's see if we see any color. Not purple in sector 2. So it's hard to see where he's on the pace at. He just he's about a 102 after sector 2. He's 122.5 is on the top. He's got to improve by about a 1/10 of a second from where he was, about 900ths of a second actually. Here comes Rated off the last corner. Off his turn 16. Let's see where he's at. Comes across the line. A 122.4 puts him to the top. A tenth of a second over the second and third place cars of BFD and Rusted. So rated back to the point. All right, looks like we may have Hype. It looks like Hype might be pushing here. We'll see what he can do. We're down to 1 minute and 50 seconds left in qualifying. So let's see what Hype does. He comes across the line and see if he can improve on his time. Maybe he's just now starting his push lap. All right, we'll jump back up here. It looks like we got Affinity on an out lap here. And we've got Murph pushing. Let's see what Murph can do as he comes down the last corner. He's looking pretty good right now. He's at a 117. He only needs about 5 seconds to get across the line. Let's see what he can do. Murph's going to come down across the line at a 123.2. Improves his time, but still sits in that 6th position. So less than 9/10 of a second separating. Actually 8/10, I guess, separating the top 6 drivers right now. All right, let's see who else we have out there. I think Rusted might be pushing. We're down to 39 seconds, so they're either on a push lap right now. We've got a caution down there in Sector 1. It looks like it might have been Murph, as Murph is now out of qualifying. Hype's going to be the next car across the line. Hype's got some big improvement to make. He was about 4 seconds off the pace. Now we got a caution in Sector 3. Not sure what that was either. It's hard for me sometimes to figure out what the hell's going on with this cautions. Hype's coming across the line. He knocks 2 seconds off his lap time, but he's still at a 125.75. All right, so it looks like we might have lost. Looks like we might have lost Murph as well. All right. So it looks like we might have got. What do we got in here? Looks like we might have our 8 drivers, 7 drivers. Trying to count. You can't see my fingers and toes, but we're trying to count here, see where we are. All right. Everybody getting their strategy going here. You don't want to stare at the pit road. I'd rather stare at me. All right. League of Misfits Season 3, Week 12. Welcome to DRSN presents F1. Dirt Racing Rewind. Hey, you guys like some kind of nostalgic old dirt races, pavement races? Check out Dirt Racing Rewind on YouTube. Little channel we've been working on for a while. Jump over there. Check it out. All right, looks like we're getting onto the line here. And we got 5 lights. And we are lights out of Qatar. Rusted up front. Looks like he's going to get a pretty good jump here, but it looks like Rated is going to beat him down into the first corner. They are side by side. Actually, they're kind of on top of each other. And here comes BFD. BFD is always a quick charger here on the start of these races. Rated to the front. BFD now working his way up into second. Rusted falling back from the pole back to third. Affinity, Cold Dirt, Murph, and Hype. Your top 7. That is our top. There's only 7 drivers in the race right now. We got a kind of a ghost car logical following around in the back. BFD to the front. You know, BFD, if he could just keep this pace up through the whole race, he's going to have something. He always starts off strong. And then sometimes he'll run into some kind of a problem or get some crazy FIA penalty. But BFD out in front right now, rated 0.3 of a second behind Rusted. Your pole sitters falling back to 4th. Cold Dirt, Murph, and Hype. Once again, you're 7 here in this race tonight. 29 laps here at Qatar. Did we have a different tire strategy? Is that that seems to come into play? So BFD on mediums seemed to really help out on that start as he was able to move up, get past Rated and Affinity, excuse me, Rated and Nova to get to the top spot. So Nova, Cold Dirt, everybody all within about half a second of each other, but it looks like BFD and Rated starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field. Affinity back there in third, about 1.2 seconds back. Let's see how this tire strategy is going to play out. It looks like those mediums are really working well from BFD. He's almost a full second out ahead of Rated. We're going to come across the line and get DRS activated, and if he can get us over a second ahead, I think he might be able to put some distance here. Look back here to fight back here between 5th and 4th, 4th, 5th, 6th. Wasn't a very good camera angle there. So Rusted here started on the pole, did not have a good start, dropped all the way back to 5th now. Less than 2 laps into this race. He's got Murph all over the back of him, Hype back there as well. Hype going to try to get some points here for Team Ferrari. Ferrari struggled to get some team points here lately with only 1 car in the field. But it looks like constructors, I think the constructors leader right now is McLaren. No McLaren's here tonight, so good chance for somebody to move up. And as we say that, here comes Cold Dirt up on the inside of Affinity, and Cold Dirt's going to take that 3rd position away from Affinity, moves himself into a podium spot. But this battle here for 3rd and 4th is now almost 2 seconds away from that 2nd place car Rated. Get back over to this battle with Affinity here, see if he can catch Cold Dirt. Got 2 DRS zones here on the track. One on the back, kind of on the last little straightaway before the last corner, and then that long front straightaway. So let's see what Cold Dirt can do here, or excuse me, Affinity can do on Cold Dirt. Sorry. Affinity just looking for a hole, but he's also got Nova right there behind him. So these 3 all nose to tail. Nova looking for a way around, looking for his 2nd win here this season. But he's got a long way to go to get back to the front after starting the pole. He's now about 6 seconds, if I do my math correctly in my head. He's almost 6 seconds away from the lead right now. And he's got Murph getting ready to give him some pressure. Murph about a half second back, so these 4 cars right here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all pretty close together, all within DRS range of each other. As we head down that long front straightaway, let's see what Affinity can do. Affinity's going to take a late launch. He's going to look to the inside. Cole's going to hold that outside, and it's going to be, oh, they're going to, almost a little contact right there. All 4 right here on top of each other. Affinity back to the 3rd spot. Rusted now, looking for a way around Cole. He's going to have to settle in behind her. You got Murph right there behind him as well. Oh, was that Rusted just... Rusted with a mechanical problem. Throttle stuck, wheel broke. He just drives right off the track, right into the fence. And we now got a safety car, our first safety car of the night. Looks like he's got her back going, but he's lost the nose wing. He's definitely gonna have to come in. All right, it looks like he's saying his wheel disconnected. So real life, we're gonna say the quick disconnect. The quick disconnect broke on the wheel, and that is gonna take Rusted out of the race. We had a really good race going on there, and we are down to 6. BFD did not want to see that safety car. He was getting a good lead, almost a full second after 2 seconds overrated. Trying to pull away. All right, let's see what we got going here. All right, so we got Cole spun around. We got little problems going. We've got a 10-second penalty for Affinity for causing a collision under the safety car. Rated and Affinity both with penalties here now. I don't know what we got going on here, but BFD must be in the pits here. All right, I'm not. BFD must have came in and pitted. I didn't see that. All right, so now we've got Affinity out in front, Rated in second, but they're both with penalties here, both with 10-second penalties, so that's going to really cost them in the pits. Murph now up to third. I'm not sure why BFD is back in sixth. He didn't stop. Not quite sure. He must have taken a penalty for something, but the game does some funny things. Sometimes safety car kind of spawned in front of him. We're down to 6 with Nova. Let's see here. All right, so it looks like Affinity and Rated both down into the pits. That is going to give Murph the lead for the time being. So both Ferraris out in front, Murph out in front, Hype out in front. So we got 10. You're going to see Affinity here serving his 10-second penalty here in the pits. All right, Murph now to the front. Hype there in second. What are they on here for tires? What's our tire strategy we have going on here? So Murph and Hype both started on mediums. Cold Dirt there in third. BFD fourth. Affinity and Rated in the back, so they're both pitted here early. Rated's gone to softs. I think he's going to have to make it is he going to try to go all the way on softs? Is he going to try to make it a 2-stop? We'll have to see how that works out here for him. So Logical, Affinity, and Rated. Excuse me. Logical's not even here. That's the ghost car. Affinity and Rated both have pitted. And our big movers right now are both Ferraris, Murph and Hype, both up 5 spots. All right, let's see if the safety car peels off here as we head down the last couple of corners. All right, so here we're going to come to the line. Safety car's pulled in. We're going to the last corner. Murph out in front. Where's he going to start? It's not saying safety car coming in on my screen, but the safety is the safety car pulling in? I can't tell. Yeah, he's pulling in. So here we go. We're going to go green. Murph with a good start here. He's going to see him pulling off to the inside, trying to break the slipstream from Hype. And Murph going to put about a half a second gap right there on Hype right away. Hype in second, Colder at third, BFD. Dang it. Let's see here. Colder got his hands full with Hype right now, trying to find a way around. Murph getting some separation. Good team racing going on right here. Hype backing this field up a little bit, letting Murph get away. 1.3 second lead already, only halfway through this first lap. As we've gone back to green. Oh, little contact there. Colder runs back into the back of Hype, not just once, but twice. That is going to shove Hype off the track. Hype spun around. Colder back there in third. Hype now back up to, or excuse me, rated back up to second now after coming in for. Rated back up to second after coming in and pitting. Affinity back to fourth. Colder now in third. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see a penalty from Colder for running over the back of Hype and turning them around. Hype was doing a really good job doing some team racing there, kind of holding that field back, letting Murph get some separation. Murph now 1.3 seconds out, but rated on those brand new soft tires is going to run him down in a hurry, I'm afraid. As they come off the last corner down that front straightaway, you can see he's already less than a second away, 9/10 of a second. He is making up some ground and making it up in a hurry. Looking to the outside as they get down into turn number 1, not close enough to try to make a late dive. We got Affinity and Colder back here side by side. Affinity back up to third, so the two cars pitted under that safety car. Rated and Affinity back up to second and third right now. Murph's doing all he can to hold Affinity off, but Affinity with a nice move coming off the corner, looks underneath the inside, but thinks better of it and going to slide back up behind Murph. Where the heck are we on the track? We're going down through that sharp turn number 6 and up into 7. Murph a little bit wide. It looks Rated going to take another look to the inside here. And he has got the lead on the outside. A nice clean pass on the outside. Murph gives him space. Murph off the track a little bit, gets a little bit loose, and here comes Affinity now, going to see if he can get that second spot away. So Rated and Affinity both on those fresh tires, making their way back to the front. Our pole sitter rusted with a mechanical issue out of this race. We tried to get him in the booth to call it with us, but he has left the track. So here's this battle for second now. Affinity closing up on the back of Murph. A 3-second penalty for Cole for multiple warnings. I'm not sure what that was about, but no, another penalty, so that's our third penalty of the race. Rated setting the fastest lap. Here comes Affinity on the back of Murph. He's going to look to the outside going down the pit straight, and he's going to take that second spot away. Murph tucking back in behind him there. BFD and Colder back there in that 4th and 5th place right now. All right, so Rated back out in front. Affinity second. Murph now holding on to that 3rd place. BFD back in 4th, your early race leader. Had a little problem when that safety car came out, fell back to last. He's worked his way back up to 4th. Colder at 5th with a mechanical issue. Logical's car is just a ghost car driving around. And Hype, after getting turned around, trying to make his way back up to the field. Trying to maximize as many points as he can for Team Ferrari tonight. We're 9 laps into this 29. If you're just joining us, it's League of Misfits Season 3, Round 12 here at Qatar. F1-24. I think this might be, they're talking about making this the last race on F1-24. They might transition the league over to 25 next week. So we'll see how that works out. BFD now made his way back up onto the back, underneath the back wing of Murph here. About 4/10 back. Let's see if he can make a move. They're going to come down off this final corner down that long pit straightaway again. And he is right up underneath the back of Murph. Murph moves down to the inside to block. Gives BFD the outside. So you can pass me, but you're going to go the long way around, and BFD is going to make it work as they get down into the coming down into the first corner. BFD, your early race leader, back up into a podium spot right now as we are 10 laps into 29, about a third of the way through here. We are down to 6 drivers. We started with, I think we were going to start with 9. We ended up starting with 7. Lost rusted just a few laps ago, first safety car. All right, so let's see. Closest race we have on the track right now is, everybody's about a second and a half away from each other more. Murph trying to catch back up to BFD. He's about 9/10 back right now. Let's see if he can get himself in a DRS position as they come down through the DRS sections here out of the last couple of corners. Team Haas looking good again this week. Maybe Team Haas can start making a move on that Constructors Championship with McLaren. Kind of Cooper's been carrying that flag for McLaren for the whole season by himself, but he is not here tonight. So I didn't see the Constructors points anywhere. Let's see if I can find them. I have to find some stuff to stretch out this next 18 laps with only 6 cars in the field here. Let's see here. Doesn't look like it's on their Discord, so if it is, I'm not finding it, so we'll just go with what we got. So it looks like now we've got Cold Dirt worked his way up on the back of Murph here, about 0.8 of a second back. This is the closest battle we have on the track right now. Cold Dirt, they're going to have a 3-second penalty when he comes in and pits. I think he's pitted once already. No, he did not. So only the top 2 have made pit stops so far. I'd be shocked if Radiant's going to stretch those softs out all the way. So I think we're going to see him come in one more time. Maybe Affinity as well. I think they just came in on that, really came in on that safety car just to get rid of that 10-second penalty they both had earned or were given. I don't think they really earned it. They were just kind of handed to them. So Cold Dirt now half a second back on Murph for that 4th spot. As we are going to make that turn off of turn number 16 here and all the way down that pit straight one more time. Once again, I think Murph's going to move to the inside. He's going to make Cold Dirt go the long way around on the outside. And that DRS swing open just too big of an advantage. Murph cannot defend it. And he is going to move back to that 5th spot right now. Those medium tires is looking to show some wear. We got BFD, Murph, and Hype still in the original set of medium tires they started on, rated on a set of softs. Affinity come in and pitted once already, put on a new set of mediums. He's going to have to come in one more time. Do not see either one of those top 2 tires lasting the whole rest of this race. All right, so we got everybody pretty well separated here right now. Rated running away with this thing right now with a 4-second lead. You can see what that looks like on the screen. What 4 seconds looks like back to Affinity. Stretching it out now about 4.1, 4.2. BFD and that other Team Haas. I keep saying Haas. Starting to make up a little bit of ground on Affinity. Oh, sounds like we have no team orders. Affinity in our ear right now saying, BFD, you catch me, you're gonna work your butt off to get around me. I ain't giving you anything. So, and as he says that, BFD comes into the pits. So BFD pitting for a fresh set of tires. Affinity was not going to give his Haas teammate anything there. He was going to make him work for it. And Affinity and BFD now in the pits. Going to get those mediums off. I think we're pretty safe here, not having another safety car with only 6 cars, but you just never know. So BFT's going to come out of the pits. He's going to be, let's see how many seconds he's behind here. It looks like Hype now also coming down into the pits. He's going to get a new set of tires on. I'm guessing both of them going to go to a set of hards. It looks like BFT did go to a set of hard tires. So the top 2 have made a pit stop early, 3rd and 4th. Cole and Murph still on the original set of tires. BFD and Hype have both now pitted. All right, we're back. We had to take a cough break there for a second, sorry. And Murph now up to 4th. Murph in the pits. He's going to get rid of a set of medium tires. He appeared to be struggling there in that late run. Let's see what he can do with a set of hards on. BFD kind of come around. He's sitting back in that 5th spot, sorry. He's going to make his way off that last corner. He's going to make his way in front of Murph here, unless Murph can get out of the pits here real quick. He's moving down pit road slowly. But I think we're going to see BFD take that 4th spot. Coldirt now in 3rd. Right now it looks like, if my math is correct, the top 2, maybe top 3, might have a pit stop gap back to 4th place of BFD. So BFD, Murph are going to have to put down some good times on their outlaps. They're going to cut that gap down. Because right now, Rated in Affinity and Cole all have free pit stops over that 4th and 5th place car, it looks like to me, if my math is right, which it usually isn't. About halfway through now, 14 laps down to 29. Rated still out in front now, 5 seconds away from Affinity. Affinity trying to catch back up, but he is a little over 5 seconds away from that lead of Rated right now. Coldirt 3rd, BFD, Murph just both out of the pits right now, trying to make their way back to the front. Let's see how long these guys can go on this tires. Rated's really going a little bit longer on his set of softs, is longer than I thought he would. I think he'll probably go back to a set of mediums here at the end. Rated Affinity Coldirt. So Rated right now the league winner with 5 races won this year, looking to pick up his 6th right now. Affinity has made up a little bit of ground, about 0.3 of a second there on that last lap. Possible those soft tires are just going away. Rated Affinity, Cole, BFD, and Murphy, your top 5. Hype back there running in 6th. All right, let's see how far it looks like. Rated now in the pits. Look at those soft tires just giving up. Affinity going to go one more lap. Coldirt, a 3-second penalty to serve. I think when Cole comes back out, when he pits, he's probably going to fall back to at least behind BFD, maybe Murph as well with that penalty he's got to serve when he comes in. And we've got Rated coming out. BFD coming around that last corner. I think Rated's going to get out before him. Hey, look at that. We had our math correct. He did have a pit stop gap, so Rated going to come back out in 3rd. In good position to have this, have that race lead handed back to him once Affinity and Cole have come into pit. Affinity, did he go to hards earlier, or did he go to softs or mediums? He's on a set of mediums. They pitted about lap 7, if my memory serves correct. Yeah, he could try to push those, but I see Rated running him down from 13 seconds back, 18 seconds back actually. Those are intervals to the leader right now. Rated 18 seconds back of Affinity. So definitely going to lose that lead once he comes in and pits. Rated sitting back here in third right now. BFD, Murph, and Hype. Our 6 drivers still in this race. Logical is just a ghost car driving around. Actually looking pretty smooth and consistent. It looks like it's really logical in the car and just a ghost car. Actually, might even be a little smoother, just a little slow. Hype makes his way around that ghost car. BFD 4th, Murph back there in 5th, Rated 3rd. We're going to see Cole. Cole's still in that original set of hard tires he started the race on. If he's waiting for a safety car, I think he's going to be waiting for another week. I don't be shocked if we saw another one. Everybody's pretty well separated out here. Unless somebody has a mistake or has another mechanical failure like Rated had, or excuse me, like Rusted had, and drove right head on into the wall. This might be a pretty anticlimactic finish here as once Affinity comes in. And you can see Rated started about, let's see where he's at now. Let's get back to our leader interval. He was 18 seconds back when he came into the pits. He's now 13 seconds back. We've got another safety car. Just as I was saying, I didn't think we'd have one. It looks like we've got Hype. Hype into the wall, knocked the front wing off. That is going to hurt Rated. That is going to give Affinity and Cold Dirt free pit stops. So a second safety car here. Hype with a mistake. You see him replacing the wing on the front of that Ferrari. The number 5, it looks like Vettel in that number 5 Ferrari right there. Hype into the pits. Everybody going to get a free stop right here, but it's really going to hurt Rated. Rated was in really good position to take the lead back once Affinity and Cold Dirt came in to take into the pits. Rated still going to get the lead back. I thought they might be able to get their pit stops done in time with a safety car, but Rated able to get to the front. Affinity going to come back out in second. Let's see if Cold Dirt holds on to third. Did he get another penalty, or did he not have to serve that penalty? It looks like he's got another penalty there up on the screen for something. BFD in 4th, Murph. Murph going to come in and take on another set of tires. He's really got nothing to lose, sitting there in 5th right now. What did he... All right. So it looks like Murph's going to put on a new set of mediums. Affinity goes to a set of softs. Let's see if I can take advantage of those softer compound tires on this start on Rusted, or excuse me, on Rated. All right, second safety car of the event, 18 laps out of 29. Rated's made his way back to the front. He's dominated most of this race. Actually, BFD was dominating the first part to that first safety car, and then safety car came out at the wrong time. He ended up going to the back. He's not made his way back to the front yet. Affinity led for a little while. Rated was leading the late stages here. Had about a 4 to 5 second lead over there for a while. We got Hype back here with a brand new nose wing, new tires. Going to try to work his way back up. Murph trying to catch up to the back of the field here with a new set of tires on as well. So everybody with fresh tires, except for Rated. I think he's on the same set of mediums that he just changed to, but he only had a couple laps on him before that safety car came out. All right, we're going to go around one more time. It looks like here. All right, add a little excitement. I was going to get everybody was kind of separated out. I don't like it was going to be kind of an unexciting finish, but I think that all just changed here with this safety car. Thanks, Hype. This is something to talk about anyway. All right, so the top 5 all caught up together here. I'm still trying to catch up to the rest of the field. Let's see. I have no other Twitch feeds up that I can look at. So hopefully quality looks good out there. This is the first time trying this F1 race on the streaming live to the YouTube channel. So if you're in chat or something, just let me know how it looks, how it sounds. All right, making our way around about into sector 2 here. Hopefully the safety car is going to pull off here one more time. I really didn't think we'd see another safety car, but Hype with a little mistake. He didn't really seem to do that much damage to anything other than knock a nose ring off of it, but all right, thanks for the feedback there. Rated Affinity now, you top 2. Let's see if Affinity can hang on to the back of Rated here as they go green. And hopefully we're going green this time by. I don't want to have to do another pace lap. All right, looks like safety car is pulling away from the fielder. Rated's going to have control. I'm not sure where the start zone is here. It might be anywhere once they come off of turn 15 here. I think he can go. So let's see where Rated takes off, kind of weaving around here a little bit. I think he's trying to psych Affinity out. We're going to see him take off on one of these swerves is my guess. I think he's going to take off before we hit this last corner. There he goes. Huge jump on Affinity. I think Affinity was sleeping back there. Somebody wake him up. He lost 0.6 of a second before we even came off the last corner. Affinity, Colder, BFD, and Murph, your top 5. They're single file down the front straightaway into straightaway into turn number 1. BFD took a look under Cole for that 3rd spot, but not able to find a way around. Affinity, what, did I see somebody go off the track there? Guess not. So BFD underneath Colder. Try to get that 3rd spot away. Colder fights back up on the outside. He's going to retain 3rd position. We see a lock up there in front of these two. That was Affinity locking up, trying to not to run over Rated. So we got Rated and Affinity now all over each other. Affinity picked up his 2nd win last week. He's looking for win number 3, but he's got to get around Rated to do it. We got 9 laps left to go, 20 laps at 29 here. And these top 2, not even half a lap, have already put almost three seconds ahead of the field behind him. As we got a cold dirt train back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So here's our fight for the lead. We're watching Affinity here now come up on Rated. Come down to this first little DRS section here. Just a little short straightaway. I don't see him. Oh, DRS isn't open yet. Okay, so we got to go at least one more lap here, it looks like. So he is going to have to hold on to stay within that distance here for one more lap before DRS is turned back on. Murph here in that 5th spot. BFD and Cole going at it here for 3rd and 4th. BFD looks to the inside. Not enough. He's going to have to settle back into 4th, right behind Cole. Surprised he didn't have enough of a run there. Affinity doing everything he can to hold on to the back of Rated for half a lap here. See if he can get that assistance of DRS. See if he can find a way around him here through this last little straightaway or down that pit straight. BFD looking to make another pass on the outside of Cole there. Good look on the outside. He's going to do a little cutback, and he's going to get underneath of him there. Nice little move from BFD. But Coldirt fights back on the inside, and we are side by side down in the turns number 10 and 11. I hate that my screen still says safety car. I don't know why it does, that little bug in the game. And we are still side by side, Coldirt and BFD. Going at it here for that last podium spot. BFD up underneath through 15. They make a little bit of contact. I don't know if Coldirt knew he was there. The BFD backs off. All right, we got DRS open. Now let's see if Affinity can make a run on Rated down the front straightaway here. He gets right up on the back of him, but just not enough to make a move. But here's BFD looking to the inside of Cole. Down into turn number 1. Cole fights back. Going to duck in behind, but not able to do anything. Murph in 5th. Hype here in 16th. Ferrari going to bring up some good points here with 2 top 6 finishes. Our fight right now is up here for 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th. So Affinity trying to hold on to Rated. Affinity's on a set of soft tires, newer set of soft tires, and Rated's had a couple laps on those mediums, and it really does not seem to be benefiting Affinity much at all, as he's actually is losing a little bit of ground. Seven laps left to go, lap 22 of 29. Affinity doing everything he can to keep pace up here with Rated. BFD made his way back around Cole. Cole still trying to hang on there for that 4th spot. He does have a 3-second penalty. If Murph can get within that 3 seconds before this race is over, he can get himself a spot up to 4th. Coldirt goes a little wide. Rated with another fastest lap of the race at a 1:24.4. BFD is going to take that away from him. So we're about 2 seconds off of our qualifying run paces. Not too bad for this late in the race. It still looks like Rated's a race to lose at this moment, as Affinity's trying his best to hang on. 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second back right now. Let's scroll back here through the field. Hype back here in 6th. Hype involved in a couple collisions, lost a nose wing, caused that last safety car, but he is hanging on here. Just going to get whatever good finish he can get to get some team points. He's back in 6th, Murph in 5th. We go back up to the field. Here's Coldirt looking at the back wing of BFD. Just not able to make up any ground on him. And we go back over to the front. Affinity now lost 3 to 4 of a second now off of Rated. He is now 1.3 seconds back. And let's see if BFD can make up any ground on his team. We heard on the team radio earlier that there's no team orders here, so if the 2 Haas cars can get together, we're going to see them racing hard. A little different tire strategy. I believe BFD is on a set of mediums. He is. Affinity on a set of softs. And it looks like those softs might be giving way as Affinity now falling back 2 seconds back away from Rated, and you can see BFD making up ground now, almost less than 3 seconds. 3 seconds back right now, so we're going to... Somebody's giving me the Jaws music in my ear. I think BFD is lurking here. Coldirt 0.2 of a second back on BFD. I think both these 3rd and 4th place cars are going to make up some ground on Affinity, or Affinity just losing ground to Rated. Every time we look up, he's losing about 1/10 of a second a corner, it looks like, about at this point. He's now almost 2.5 seconds back. Rated now driving away. Here's our best race on the track right now with Coldirt and BFD for this 3rd spot, the last podium position. Saw some smoke right there in front of these two. That was Affinity locking up. And they've actually, Affinity's kept about a 3-second gap here for the last lap and a half on this fight for 3rd. Let's see if BFD can make up any ground. Maybe it's not Affinity's tires wearing off as much as it is Rated just getting better. Rated going for win number 6 on the season. All right, let's see if Cole can make a run down this straightaway here. They're going to come off down this long pit straight down into turn number 1. Cole trying to make a run, but not able to get up on him there. I thought he might see him make a late dive. We've seen Cole do that a few times. And they are gaining a little bit of ground on Affinity. They picked up almost about a half a second now. Affinity looks to be falling back. Let's see if he can hang. He's going to do everything he can to hang on to his 2nd position, but his teammate and that other Haas car, BFD, is running him down. They've gained about 3 to 4 tenths of a second just in this last half a lap. And he's bringing Cole with him, so we might come down at the end of this race with a battle for second. Lap 25 at 29. Get that off the screen. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Affinity BFD Cole. Murph sitting back there in 5th, trying to make up some ground. Hype in 6th. BFD now just a little over 2 seconds off of Affinity for that second position. Cole about half a second back, a little bit more on BFD. Let's see if he can make a run here. Those soft tires on Affinity look like they've given up. He has got his hands full trying to hold on to second right now. And here comes Cole. They get racing right here. That might help out Affinity. Cole looks to the outside. Not able to make the pass. He fights back. BFD still on the inside. And Cole is going to back off as they hit into turn number 2. They are now 1.3 tenths of a second back. Only about 3 laps left to go. And you can see it from BFD. He is now less than a second away from Affinity for that second position. So they're going to have DRS when if they get back to that front straightaway. See what BFD can do here. Coldert's actually falling a little over a second back. BFD's got to close the gap here if he's going to have any chance to catch Affinity here on this lap. But he's got 3 laps left to go. He can be patient. He doesn't have to force it. Looks like we're going to have a race for the second position with the 2 Haas cars. They're starting to get a little separation on that 4th place car, Coldert. BFD with the wing open. And Affinity just knows he has nothing to fight with. He has no ammunition. And he just has to let BFD go. Let's see if he can play a little team strategy here. Hold Coldert back here a little bit. Cole was making up some ground, but it looks like he's not really making a lot of ground here up on Affinity right now. The 2 Haas cars in second. We'll give Rated a little camera time. We never seem to give the guy that's way out in front a little camera time, so if I wanted the in-car view, I'd choose the in-car view. Rated about 5.5 seconds out in front of BFD. I don't think BFD's really making up any ground. Affinity's still hanging on to the back of BFD here. Let's see if he can stay with him and fight back here as they come down that long pit straight again. Coldert back and forth. There we get a good shot of Affinity heading down this pit straight. Oh, Coldert now within DRS range of Affinity as they head down this pit straightaway. Not able to make a run. No, he actually is going to go along the outside. Cole on the outside of Affinity. He's going to take that podium spot away. So Cole up to 3rd. Nice run right down there at the end of that straightaway. That's kind of glitching a little bit on me. I don't know if that's me or what. But Cole's worked his way up to 3rd. BFD holding on to 2nd. Be a good run for BFD. He's had some bad luck of late. A lot of good runs, but a little bad luck here and there. I think he'd be further up in the points. He's been pretty quick every week, but he's going to be up there in 2nd right now. Let's see, we had the point standings here somewhere. We're going to see a little bit of shakeup here. Radiant's going to move up to 2nd. Murph with the 5th place is going to be close to moving up into 4th. The BFD might pass Murph's for that 5th spot, and Affinity is going to close up a little bit. So I think when we get done with this, I think we're going to see Cooper still with the point lead, Rated in 2nd. And either Murph or BFD with 4th. About a second apart away from everybody here. BFD up into 2nd, almost 6 seconds back. as we start the last lap, 29th lap here for rated BFD and Cole, your top three. But BFD does have a Cole has a 3-second penalty. So he needs to get some separation on this lap, or he's going to give up that podium to Affinity when they cross the line. Get a little camera shot to everybody here. Murph in 5th place, Hype in 6th. The Ghost Car Logical been driving around nice and consistent in that 7th position. Affinity 1.3 seconds away here. And we are about a half a lap away from finishing this race here at Qatar. Round number 12 for the League of Misfits. Affinity's closed back in with about a second, but I don't know if he's going to have anything for him here in this last half of this lap on Cole. Ready to making his way around the last couple of corners through 14 and 15 here. Ready going to come off the last corner here. Looking to take his 6th win of the season. And we've got a puncture, Affinity with a puncture. That is going to, Coldirt had a 3-second penalty. And that is going to give Coldirt enough distance to keep that third place. Murph now trying to make up some ground, see if Affinity can. He is going to limp across the line there in 4th with a punctured right front tire. Murph coming off the corner to finish in 5th. And Hype is going to come home in 6th. So far, rated as batting 1,000, 6 races, 6 wins. Dominant fashion here tonight, almost a 6-second gap back to BFD in 2nd. Coldirt coming home in 3rd. Affinity on a flat left front tire, going to come home in 4th. He put those softs on, he gambled, and they did not hold up till the end. Actually cost him a podium. If he had not got that puncture late with that 3-second penalty that Cole had, Affinity would have had 3rd. And BFD with driver of the day. And my dog wants to attack somebody. She is vicious. All right. So another good race. Rated picking up the win. BFD 2nd. You're Cole with another podium. I think, is that Cole's? That is Cole's first podium of the season. Congrats to Cole. And Affinity coming home in 4th. Murph in 5th and Hype in 6th. That was the final 6 running cars for the event. Logical disconnected early. Rusted crashed out with a wheel disconnection. So thank you all for being here tonight. All right, we're going to jump off for the night. Thank you all for being here. Have a good rest of your evening. We're going to be tomorrow night with Sim Racing Media covering the Gunners NASCAR Championship at, I think it's at Talladega tomorrow night. So look for us on Sim Racing Media YouTube page. We'll be there tomorrow night with our good buddy Dave Regal. So see us there tomorrow night. Otherwise, we'll hopefully be back next Monday night with the round number 13.